Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty or Nikki, whatever you prefer. Here, bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. So we here for a quick lunchtime rundown. You know how we do on the 3 o'clock hour, all right? But we got some updates, all right? We got Shalon responding to his mother and his uncle, daddy, brother, whatever you want to call him today. And also Monique, being the deadbeat mother that she is, leaking personal text messages. So we're here to dissect it all. All right. And if we have time, we'll go through some Valentine's Day posts from the different celebrities. They're all showing up and showing out. And it's great. So happy Valentine's Day to you all, to those who celebrate. I am my own Valentine, but been there, done that. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should make each other feel special every single day. It shouldn't be just one special day for the gram. You know how it goes. But before we get into it, hit that thumbs up button. Even the people in the bushes, engage with the channel. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you prefer. But that's how YouTube knows that we're here. Share my content, leave comments, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And those of you who are new to the channel, we're trying to get monetized on the backup channel, so please subscribe to that Naughty Crew Live podcast. Yes, think we're gonna gear towards music over there. All right. Shout out to all my subs. Thank you all for supporting. I appreciate you all. Shout out to my subs to come. We putting that into the universe. We're on our path to 5K subs. I think we just hit over. We got 2,200 subs already. So let's keep it going by sharing and liking the video. That's how we get the channel out there. All right. And shout out to all my members. I appreciate you all. And shout out to all my moderators. Appreciate you too. Okay. I'm gonna give people a chance to load up really quick. In the room. I'm gonna drop this intro and we'll be right back. Thumbs up this video. Hey, Shay, thank you for joining. Yes, child, the fakery of it all and their households be a mess. But if people really do the research behind the meaning behind Valentine's Day and how it came about, you would think completely differently about it. Been there, done that. My ex-husband, he was big on that. I've come home to a room filled with balloons, and it's just like, who's gonna clean all this shit up? But it's just like, don't act right just for one day. Act right all the time. That's why we're divorced. Okay. So whatever. I feel like Valentine's Day should be every day. But granted, there's some cute posts out there, and to each his own. I'm not one to rain on anyone's parade. I'm just saying, like, treat each other like it's Valentine's Day every single day. All right. But if we have time, I'll go through some highlights. Um, because some couples I didn't even know they were couples. It's just like, okay, cute, y'all cute. Hey, say son. How you doing, Booski? Speaking of Booski, where you be bugging at? I gotta call her. I gotta call her. So let's dive right in because you know we on a lunchtime rundown. All right. So not only did Monique respond with her daddy, her pimp, to her son in the wrong way, in a gaslighting way, in deflection. It was all deflection and distraction, if you ask me. You know what that gave me? She straight Hollywood, smoke and mirrors, Monique. I don't believe all that sweet baby. Come in, my sweet baby. You full of it. Anyway, like you need to put that energy towards your children, okay? So as a response, and we got Shalon responding to everything. Okay, we'll get into that. But she felt like that it would be a good idea to reveal intimate text messages between her and her son, which I thought was whack as hell. And the only thing that her and daddy are proving is everything that Shalon said is right. How they really are, how they try to use money as a weapon, and she's really not putting the effort in. And I don't know if she thought these text messages were going to vindicate her, but it gave me the complete opposite effect. I don't know about you, Naughty Crow. All right, so we're going to dive right in. We're going to get into the text messages. I guess it was supposed to prove that he was mentally unstable. And this is directly from her page. All right. Mind you, these text messages start back December 5th of 2020. All right. And we are in 2024. Okay. So it starts out, okay, baby. Then it says, hey, baby, just checking on you. That was December 5th. Then we have a few weeks later on December 23rd, hey, baby, just checking on you. No response. Then we don't get a response. Hello. This to me, this right here, this first exchange is a testament of the state of their relationship. All right. Because look, you got December 5th, then December 23rd, and then we jump to January 5th. So have we deleted messages, ma'am? You know what I'm saying? Like the gaslighting of it all. So then on January 15th of 2021, it's Shalom responding, hey man, good morning. So then she responds, hey baby, did you mean to send this to me? LOL man with a heart. He says, hey mom, good morning. My phone autocorrect ma and put man, LOL. She said, LOL, that damn autocorrect. All right. So then next we jump to, this was January 15th. Now we are January 25th of 2021. Hey now, I see you. Then from January 25th, we jump to February 2nd. So they're averaging maybe 2 texts per month at this point. All right. So she says, hey, baby, you good? I will call you tomorrow. I'm going to bed. LOL. Your mama getting older. Then he responds, LOL, love y'all. Okay. Probably talking about Uncle Daddy and the family. You know what I mean? The brothers, everything. So that was February 2nd. Next, she comes out on February 8th. Hey, sweetness, I hit you later tonight. He says, okay. Then we jump to the 12th. If anything, these text messages prove how inconsistent she is. Hey, in my opinion. So on February 12th, she said, hey, my baby, you know her favorite. I'm going to call you when you get back home. We out with what's this? I guess with friends. Talk to you tomorrow. All right. So that was February 12th. Now we jump to February 18th. Hey, mommy, I wanted to send Tough some flowers and stuff. Just cuz. Can you help me pick some stuff out? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. LOL. Okay. And I thought this was cute. He's looking to his mom for some advice and things like that. Normal, right? So then she responds right away, one of the rare occasions. Hey, my baby, of course I will. Give me a couple of hours to call. Then we jump to February 22nd. Hey, ma, have ever, I guess he meant to say, have you ever heard of hyperhidrosis? It's an excess sweating disorder. So she responds right away. Hey, my baby, no, I've never heard of that. I will research it though. Then we jump to February 25th. Hey, my baby, sorry I missed your call. Can we talk tomorrow? Call me when you go on break if you can. Love you. So then he sends a picture and he looks very handsome. Okay. He said, yeah. Oh, she says, yes, you look so handsome. Then we jump to March 17th of 2021. You better say that ish. Heart emoji. Let me know when your break starts. Okay. Then she says, hey, my baby, how are you today? He says, I'm okay. Been overwhelmed these past couple of days, working through it by talking with Nicole. This hasn't been the best sales week so far. I've been feeling more anxious about it than usual. Nicole has been helping me chill out though sometimes she's the reason for the stress. LOL. Okay. I think this is very normal. All right. Everybody has stresses in life and things like that. And I stick to my thoughts like, you are mentally healthy when you can say it out loud and express what it is that you're going through, because then you're able to handle it and manage it a lot better. So then we jump to March 26th of 2021. Hey, my baby, let's talk when you get off. So he responds, can I call you in 30 minutes? She responds, hey, my baby, can you give me a call in an hour? Always pushing the goalposts. Always pushing the goalposts. He said, that's cool. So then the next day she sends out a message, hey, my baby, you up? And then we jump to April. So it's a whole lot of missing messages, I feel, in between. And what this was supposed to prove, I don't know. So on April 6th, she says, hey, my baby, please know you still sleep. However, when you wake up, I want you to have an awesome day. Heart emoji. So then April 6th, 2021, he responds maybe like an hour and a half later. Yes, ma'am. How y'all doing this morning? One word response, amazing. Then he responds, my appointment with DMV is on May 7th, so I can start this process for my license. I have 3 derogatory strikes on my credit. I will clear up 2 of them at the end of the week. Just telling you my to-do list, which it shows me that he is on point. Like he's trying to get his life on track. He's trying to be on top of his business. He's trying to include his mom in his life and his everydays of goings on. She responds, I know you will get it done. Let's go. Okay. And I really feel like Shalon, he is not experiencing anything different than any other young person that's trying to figure out their life out here, right? And because I have an older child, who like struggled to get life started and stuff like that. And it just goes to show no matter how much money you have or what level of success you have, your children can still have struggles getting their life started and trying to figure things out. So then this one says, Jamaica, how y'all doing? I guess he was checking in on her. He says, we're doing good, cooking a late dinner, salmon, salad, and rice. The doctor's appointment went well. We met one of the midwives. So he's in the process of having his baby, preparing to be a father. She said, oh, wonderful, my baby. Did y'all hear my baby's heartbeat again? Remember Jamaica? He said, yes, ma'am. Of course, I remember Mr. Jamaica. How is he doing? And the baby's heartbeat is strong. We forgot to ask for the BPM, the blood pressure. I think, measurement, or beats per minute measurement. So then she responds, he's doing good, still look the same, just got older. It's been 15 years since I've seen him. Is Nicole getting big? And so then he responds, our next appointment is on June 11th for an ultrasound. Now, this speaks to, remember he said yesterday that, he tried to make Monique a part of the pregnancy and so that she can be involved with her granddaughter's life and things like that. This shows me that he gave a very good effort to include his mom with the goings on of the pregnancy. So then this is another set of exchanges. It says, okay, now you see how I feel when I get this technology ish super cheese. So I feel like these are like out of order for whatever reason. And he says, LOL. So then on June 16th of 2021, she says, hey, my sweetness, hope y'all having an amazing day. We are on our way to get some raw food. Yummy. It's always all about her, right? So then we skip to October 15th of 2021. That's your mama. So then he says on October 16th, hey, mommy, are you awake? Then she never responds. Then on October 17th, hey, mommy, how are your eyes feeling? Just checking on his mom. She responds October 18th. 2 days later. Hey, sweet baby, I haven't forgotten. I'm just trying to get myself together. Then October 18th, hey, sweet baby, I will call you after we speak with Tamika and Thomas and her father. We talked to them at 7 p.m. this evening. We got y'all back, you and Nicole. You know what this is telling me? I see a pattern. I see a pattern, her always putting things before him. That's what I mean. Only thing she did was prove Shalon right. And so then we end with this. Remember today, and this is Uncle Sid, Daddy. If you don't change your immature ways, you're going to lose my man. We can't be mad at you, but we're definitely sad for you. How do you go from putting your mother on hold when generations of family are able to see Sinai on Nicole's side, but you gave no instructions to Tuffy or your mother as to when they would or could be able to see Sinai, which I love the name. That's where I got my youngest daughter's name. Her name is Sanaya, and I got it from Sanai Lathan. So until after Tuffy brought this fact to your attention, interesting, you're a man now, but you were a little boy just days ago as you needed me to walk you through getting a car. The items for the baby you wouldn't even have if your mother, Tuffy, and I didn't care enough to do that for you and Sanai. You needed to be rescued from your apartment weeks ago by Tuffy, but you cussed her out days ago. What's wrong? I have a real problem with this whole exchange right here. I have a real problem with Daddy even inserting himself. Okay, number one, I see nothing wrong with him reaching out to his parents to figure out how to buy a car. Financing is complicated. Car dealerships take advantage of people, especially people who don't have the knowledge. And that's what families do. You step up and you help one another. And we're gonna get into his response in a few minutes because he summed it all up. Um, did you feel like a man daddy by saying this? Because it's not you helping him financially, it's his mother. And last time I checked, and when I was pregnant and I had my two girls, guess what the grandparents did? They brought the crib, they bought all the essentials that were needed. So, what do you want? A cookie for doing what you're supposed to do as a family? Make it make sense to me. These text messages, just put them in a worse light, if you ask me. And it points out how unattentive Monique is to her son. And it shows how she always puts career, money, friends before her son. Y'all drop down into the comments. Let me know if y'all agree with my analysis. But looking at the dates and everything, make it make sense to me, Monique. Hey, saying husband, Shady, like she struggled when her and her husband had to go together. Exactly. So why don't you talk about, when your daddy allowed you to go beg another man to pay y'all bills? I ain't gonna be with a man that is that sorry. Sorry. I'm like, you better know how to get out here and go get it. I shouldn't have to ask nobody for nothing, especially if I have a man. If I have a man, I shouldn't have to ask my parents for anything. I shouldn't have to ask not even a stranger for not a dollar. I think so too. I agree with you, Sierra. I think Uncle Sydney, aka Jody from Baby Boy, I'm with you, sis. Put these text messages out. LOL. I think he did too. And that's what a weak man do, in my opinion. She said that loser trying to break him. That man is jealous of this boy, and I don't know why. And that is, you hit the nail on the head, because you know what? If he was really for his wife, he'll be trying to bring them together, not pull them apart. But he's so insecure and jealous and wants to be so protective over her money. He don't want another man there. He don't want another man there. So that leads me to Shalon response. And he had every right to respond. And let me just correct the narrative here. Shalon has not spoken in years. He's never spoken out against his mom. But what made him speak out is because his mom keeps bringing him up on public platforms, which I feel like that gives him a right to say his side. So she can't keep driving this false narrative to save face, because that's what it really is. All right. So let's get into what Shalon has to say.
All right, so I'm just gonna get straight to it. Hi, I'm Shalon. So I find it unique that my video was in response to my mother and not her husband, but yet he still had the most to say, which isn't uncommon. I also found it unfortunate that my mother does not seem to speak on her own. The only two worlds that I know where daddy is used is for children speaking with their fathers and women acknowledging their pimps. Her husband starts off by literally doing the very thing that I said that they would do, which honestly kind of made me feel as though their response was ironic because they validate my original video. Either A, she has some newfound moment of clarity, or B, she retreats back to daddy. In her retreat back to him, though, he does not acknowledge what I did say, but instead begins to create a new narrative of things that I did not say, which negates the effects of a response video. The two of you essentially created a new video rather than actually respond to what was actually said. You also brought up my father. My father, though, is not doing interviews talking about me. In quick regards to the three sons comment, under the context in which your husband was speaking, by your rationale, Ma, he should have easily had no problem saying four sons, especially since you say he knew me before I knew me. The two of you can sometimes come off as seekers of weak levels of empathy from others while at the same time sidestepping any accountability that one may need to take. To attempt to address what I said to another man while also trying to make your wife victim number one has nothing to do with you. My father did not need you to speak for him. You're her daddy, not his. My mother has been speaking on our relationship for years. So to imply that only one side of a story was told when there are several articles and interviews throughout the internet discussing my strained relationship with her, filled with quotes from your wife speaking directly about me while also providing vague context and downplaying the impact of an uninterested mother. I am 33 years old and have had ample opportunity to go to the media and tell some BS story for a BS amount of money, but instead I am on TikTok expressing my feelings for free. If the two of them were paying attention, I literally explained in my first video why I am responding using TikTok. and I should not have to repeat myself. My mother also states there are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that were saying, oh, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we're going to watch this play out. First of all, who the hell is we if it ain't you and I reconciling our relationship? Second of all, it's power in a word.
Period. Who the heck is we? It's about him and her, not daddy, not uncle. He spoke to Let me tell you something, Naughty Crew. Shalon, you
ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up.
you swallowed that deadbeat up and you still ain't disrespect her. So I appreciate you being articulate enough and comfortable enough to express yourself. Because my brother, I'm giving you your flowers because you know what you doing, Shalon.
Ever in life, I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business.
Despite what this man been through, he know how to stand as a man and stand on business. No thanks to his mama. No thanks to his daddy. Okay? Let's continue.
Nobody is playing, but I can understand why you would use that word specifically. As you stated in the Club Shay Shay interview, you had the mentality of a 15-year-old child. You required a man to raise you, and you were acting like a little girl. These are your words. It doesn't matter what context I have them in. This is how you thought of yourself as a grown adult who was someone's mother. Last time I checked, Monique fans, a 15-year-old grown adult who acts like a child but is in search of their daddy, they don't typically make efficient parents. But hey, I could be wrong. On a more serious note, to sit there and allow your daddy to address my mental health in a weak attempt to pass my response off as a moment is disturbing and insulting to those of us who do have mental health issues. The way I presented myself was no different than my mother and her daddy presented themselves when addressing D.L. Hughley. And her precious sweet babies ate it up. DL is wrong because he's so loud. Mo and Daddy are right because they're so calm. But I, for some reason, don't get the same energy. To simply try to call me crazy is dismissive and cowardice. Attacking somebody's mental status is a clear sign that you have zero to stand on. Furthermore, what kind of person still has a text message from their wife's son that is over 2 years old, still in their phone, saved just for the purpose of re-showing it to him? What I specifically remember about that message is that at the end of it, you said something along the lines of, if you don't respond, I understand. I could care less about what your message was about, but for you to say in the message, if you don't respond, I understand, why was it then that when you and I did speak, after that message was sent, the first question out of your mouth is, hey man, how come you didn't respond to my text message? I found that to be very unique, but I did not need an explanation on how to speak to women or how to listen to women. That was not what that situation was about. My mother showed me how conceited she is in that situation that you were referring to. For a woman to villainize the actions of her son for being a man and a father to his new family simply because she had not heard from him in 2 days, as though her phone was broken and she could not check on me. Because last time I checked, I was a new parent. I didn't get a new house. I didn't go on vacation. I didn't just get a new game system. I had a baby. And in those 2 days that you did not hear from me, I was handling my business as a man and a father. But I'll assume your phone and the phones of those around you were all broken, which I wanted to believe was the reason why you did not respond to a message from your son expressing his concern over some bumps that your grandchild had on her back. You would later make it your business to tell me that you got the message and chose not to respond because her other grandmother is a nurse. Damn the fact that she is also your blood. And shout out to Nana. My baby girl loves her some Nana. The statement about money and then stating, don't let nobody introduce me to you, is not a competent statement to make because it wasn't a complete sentence, nor did the two things correlate with each other. And when did you have the time to introduce yourself to a son that you weren't interested in and didn't do the best job you could do? I'm starting to think that you're not hearing yourself. To address money, you gave me $10,000 for a down payment on a car. Yes, thank you again. Thank you. My girlfriend and I were already prepared to put our money together and get a car. You and your husband called us one day and stated that y'all were going to give us $5,000 for a down payment. We said, Okay. You then called us back a day or two later and stated that you would be giving us $10,000 for a down payment on the car. You and him made the conscious choice to give us that money. We did not ask you for anything, but this is an example of a rich person doing something for you. And because this is, excuse me, an example of a rich person doing something for you because they want to do it for you, but because it doesn't have the desired effect that they want it to have, you are inconsiderate and ungrateful. But let's take it a step further. I eventually would uncover that my mother had left me a UTMA worth $45,000. You never brought that account to my attention. You claim it was because you forgot that you even set it up in the first place, which validates my original point. Who forgets that they invested $45,000 into a child that at that time is the only child? When I was homeless and I called you to help me figure out how to access the account, you said, Shalon, I don't even know what you're talking about. And if I did, why do you think I would help you? After finding out from the Georgia Department of Revenue that they had been sending me mail to 3 separate Georgia addresses, all of which I lived at with you at some point or another. For the life of me, I can't grasp how those letters managed to slip by so many people at 3 different locations. I did, however, eventually get access to the money and the brokerage account that you had set up for me with Morgan Stanley. To be fair, what you put together for me was amazing, especially had I let it sit for a year or two, which made it bittersweet that you wouldn't have wanted to help or even educate me on how to manage what I had. My blowing through that money is all on me, and I have to take my accountability for that, and it's a lesson learned. Sydney stated that the last time that him and I spoke, I wanted to call him Dad. The actual truth is that I wanted to call him Pop. Calling you Uncle Sydney, but my mother calls you Daddy and the boys call you Daddy. It was getting a little awkward. And yes, for a very short time, I did feel that way about you. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. Oh, Black Jesus. I do just want to really quickly give a really, really big thank you to the support that I've received throughout this. I definitely, I didn't think that that was something that was going to happen. I didn't make that video to have a tennis match with my mother. I do not plan on making any more videos. This is it. I've said what I wanted to say. To me, if you're not going to acknowledge, you've already shown me that you don't care enough to acknowledge what I did say. So I definitely don't have the expectation that you're going to acknowledge now what I'm saying. So it is what it is. But once again, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you again, man. That day that before I posted that original video, I went to sleep with 25 followers that I probably could name all. I could probably name all 25 of those people. I think I have over like 12,000 followers now. That's really cool, man. I really appreciate that. But I just can't say thank you enough. I know I sound like a broken record, but I do appreciate the love and best of luck to my mother and Sydney. And I hope that the Cat Williams tour is incredible. I really, really do. But when it comes to me, I am going to enjoy being a dad and being a man and just going through life, man. I don't want to be famous or notorious for being someone's neglected kid. I don't want that to be my story. And I only said what I said just to provide context, not to become anything. But y'all be safe, man. Peace.
Peace, Shalon. We
All right, so I'm
appreciate
just gonna
you.
get straight to it. Hi, I'm Shalon.
We appreciate you standing on business. That's what we like to do over here at the Naughty Love Movement. And he was a man about his, and this chick still cannot acknowledge his feelings. She still neglects to understand his point of view. You want to know why? Because the only thing that matters is her pimp. Because it's her today. Fake working out. Hey, my sweet baby, stay strong. Be unwavering when you know the truth. Be unapologetic when you know the truth. Be fearless, be brave, and always be loving. I can't wait to see y'all on Cat Williams' Dark Matter tour. Girl, fucking bye. You need to be fired off the tour for this nonsense. Hey, in my opinion,
Hey, Naughty, how are you?
I'm doing great. You know why I feel good? I feel good for Shalon. I'm glad he was able to get what he needed off his chest so he could move on from this narcissist of a mother. Because I just have a feeling she'll never be able to get it until she walks through her trauma and does her own therapy. She'll never be able to get it. Unhealed trauma.
It's a sad day when we got people that's divided that doesn't see what's wrong with this lady. For the life of me, I've been trying to figure out. Take we talking about two different situations and everybody's complacing them together. I don't give a damn about the Oprah and the Tyler Perry right now because I'm seeing a young black man that is being that's already been tossed away, and now he's being tossed away again, yet again. You tossed him away for fame and money the first time. Now you gonna toss him away for a sorry ass nigga that's leeching off of you,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Mm-hmm.
what we supporting. Like I'm gonna need everybody to stand up and for this injustice. This is the damned injustice that we seeing in front of our face, and it's people that's well, y'all know she done been through. I don't give a damn what she been through. I see what she's taking this baby through. And guess what? He keep on getting beat down. You know, all those sorry men y'all meet that treat y'all like crap. It's because of mothers like this.
Yep. Yep. Can't be accountable. Can't walk through their accountability. And to me, she got some nerve pointing the finger at somebody else when she can't even fix her own home.
Every
And
time
you
I
know
listen
what?
to
On
him,
the
every
strength of
time
the
I listen to his video, I hear him almost cracking like he finna break because this got to be playing on him. Like, really, y'all gonna put out some text messages just to try to prove a point that I'm mentally ill?
exactly. And guess what? We all been through stuff. That is no excuse to neglect your children. It's no excuse. I'm sorry. Everybody been through stuff. People have been through worse than that. You know, I get Monique and her childhood and everything, but until she does the work to walk through that trauma and really face it, instead of depending on her daddy as a therapist who's not really healing her, she's gonna be the same broken person. She's gonna always be that same broken person. Saint Hudson, me too, because I always see Matt Williams, but I will not give my money to her. Period. Yeah, people are talking about canceling.
Yeah,
Cat's gonna be
I
mad.
canceled my tickets. I did. I sure did. I had to pay a fee for canceling it. I didn't give a damn. I can't do it. I can't
Hey,
do it.
Saint, hey, Saint Hudson, what are your thoughts?
I was just going to buy tickets tonight. I am not, and you know where I live. Like it's this big venue. Nope. I will wait. I will wait, and I'm gonna let him know exactly why I'm canceling. I'm not giving my money to Danny. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm,
I'd
mm-mm.
rather subscribe to her son and buy the baby some Pampers and some shit. This
Yep.
is ridiculous. And absolutely, I'm sick of not just Monique, but a lot of people trying to use their trauma as some type of means for exalting themselves. Your trauma's not a pedestal. We have all been through things. Some worse, some not as bad, but we all have scars. We all have hurdles. We all have damage. There's no
Mm.
excuse.
But it's
That
how
is a
you
child.
how
But
you
did y'all catch
respond.
the part where he said he was homeless? He found
Yeah,
out he had
Hmm.
45,000, and she wouldn't help him. Like, what kind of sick person are you that you put this up for him? You see him at his lowest thing, and you say, "I can't help you."
She
and
was
that's
probably
why I
helping
wanted to point out the
herself.
dates and the times and the gaps and the text messages.
Nigga, when I was homeless, it was a white woman that helped me. Do you understand me? Like a white woman. And here this mama is that done put $45,000 for her son up, and you can't help him get it. You can't help him manage it.
And you sitting there with your manager slash daddy slash brother slash husband next to you while you got to ask Cat Williams, that 4'11" Negro, for some money.
But you willing to give him all your money, your daddy. But I'm glad he addressed the daddy comment in his response. Like, cause it's giving pimp. He's a pimp.
And what else is he supposed to call him? That's his stepson. Either you call him a fatherly role like daddy,
They
pops,
want him to call him Uncle
but
Sid. He been
that's
Uncle
not.
Sid his whole life.
That's ridiculous and that's weird. There is something sick
I don't know
in
about y'all, but in my
mold.
family, my uncles don't marry my mother and speak of me.
Exactly. Exactly. That's something sick. And it puts him in a separate category as his brothers. You know how psychologically damaging that is? And what did
Exactly.
didn't they adopt the child? What did they adopt? Did the adopted child call him uncle too, or was he calling him
No,
daddy?
the adopted child is with his daddy.
She ain't even take care of him. She a deadbeat mom all the way around.
She
And
a
I'm
freak.
interested in, you know, she's good at putting on a very good front, but I'm interested to know, like, if she really was that good of a mom to the other children that she had, to be quite honest. Because she comes off to me as a person that's emotionally unavailable.
She is because she's trying to please that man.
But
You
it's
know how it is when
ridiculous.
they fall in love with them fake ass niggas and stuff. They do anything for them. He said, "Jump, she gonna be oh so high, 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 baby."
And
Yes,
then you
daddy,
know
I
what? It
got
can
you.
tell. It just proves how little they know about relationships because they're making it seem like she's doing all this to make him feel more masculine, but it's doing the exact opposite. It's demasculating him. He looks like a simp. He looks like a see. I don't want to say the full word because you know this is YouTube. And maybe he's no man. No grown ass man would be too busy doing something. He would have his own business to take care of and and B, he wouldn't want his wife to be online spreading family affairs and family business. Absolutely not. He's kikiing and clucking like a hen.
Mm, mm,
No, I don't
mm.
know. My father would not let my mother do this. My ex
Cause
husband would
he is
not
a
let me do
hen.
this.
He is an old fat hen.
Every
Hey,
man
sexy
I know in
baby.
my life would be like, absolutely not. Cut the cameras. Like
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And for her to sit by and let that man do that to her son, it just goes to show the level
that
of
too.
narcissism. And he said it, how conceited she is. Like Monique's ego is out of this world. And I think that's what the problem is. Because I would have been on the first plane smoking to go see my son
And if he
and my
if he sees you
grandbaby.
treat your son like that, how much is he supposed to respect you?
But she don't
If
even
that's what
care enough about her lineage to be a part of her grandchild's life.
man, listen.
It's
My
just a lot of trauma. I think it was disrespectful, and I just think she added fuel to the fire by releasing those messages. But you know what? On another hand, I'm glad she did because it validates Shalon and what
I
he was.
don't think she released them. I think he did because he wanted everybody to see that last message. Remember, he said it in that video. I wish I had my phone here so I could tell y'all what the last message was. And sure enough, it's the last message. But it's ironic that you texting it from this woman's phone to this woman's son that you don't want to be called daddy to. So why are you trying to discipline him as if you're his daddy?
Exactly. You're the uncle. Why are you even responding through my mom's phone? Number one. And number two, that was a one sided statement. He did not respond, and I wouldn't have responded to that. First of all, I don't even got time to read no messages that long. That's not, if a message got to be that long, pick up the phone and call me.
exactly like this is some child BS. I can see why Tyler Perry and Oprah didn't want him around. No men in my life I know behave like this.
Mine's either. Mine's either. And in the excuse me, the fact that she keeps letting him step in, that is the problem. Monique needs to learn how to stand her own 2 feet. And I don't have any respect for her as a woman. I think she's weak as hell. I think all that strong talk and standing up for yourself is a facade. She really a weak ass bitch, and I said it.
They both are. They both are. Her and him. So they
I
may be
said
just
it,
perfect for each other.
and she
Believe
only validating what DL Hughley was saying about her. At first, I was in her defense because I did not I did not like the fact that he like fat shamed her, and but the part about him saying that her family won't even f with her. Now we see why. Now we
it's the
see
reason
why.
for everything. I wasn't even mad at DL. I was just like, this is coming from somewhere. After all she said, let me just See,
You know,
now I'm very.
Well, I was mad at DL because I wasn't expecting him to stoop that low with a woman. And that's another conversation of men stepping in on women's, business. I don't like that. My husband would never stoop in and, you know, get in women's business. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he'll tell me what he feels because I'm his wife. But he would never go to another woman and disrespect her because of something she said. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a man and he
But you
knows
know
that
what?
even
People need to
even if
remember
he's
this is
right, he's gonna be condemned for step into a woman. So he would never step out of his place. He would never tilt his crown just to make you feel better. He would let me handle it because I'm his wife. I can handle the women. If a man come to me now, it's gloves off, okay? I feel sorry for you because that man ain't scared to go to jail. So I feel
mm,
sorry,
But you
but
know what? People are wondering why all these male comedians are stepping to Monique. They forget that these are her work colleagues too. We're seeing it as just like friends or like people around the way. Nah, these are their work colleagues. So like my partner is not gonna go if I got an issue with a colleague at work. My partner's not gonna go in
Monique don't
and speak.
have friends.
or her only friend is Daddy, and he letting her hang herself out there to dry.
He's making it worse for her. He's digging the hole and telling her to
And
jump
if
in.
Cat Williams was smart, he'd take her off his tour before he diminished his old tour. I
You
get
know
the reason
what?
why he did it,
Mm-hmm.
but all this coming out, it should change his mind. Like, look, I need to take a step back. This bad for my brand because for real, in real life, Cat Williams don't do interviews. When he did his interview, he made it clear. He said, "You let these people come on your show and lie on me." You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Monique went there to not only drudge up old beef, but she also took another dig at her son. And for that, this is the why the snowball effect is happening. This is the reason why everybody has been attacking her. Because you first of all, you bringing up old stuff and then you're talking about people that you have no business talking about.
It's fair she bring up her son and the white man. I call him Dwight. The white man. Like what the fuck? Like
I
real.
just kind of want to hear what DL has to say again, like, because I just think he's validated.
Yes.
Getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. Um, and so Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she says she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, huh? Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier.
Okay.
It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who has a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does. She has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying mother. It's also befuddles the shit out. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history, because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked and warmed to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, it starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody with you, not even your family? How do you, well, I was on the road, get it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
Like anybody that knows good business, you start, the memo was saying this is what I would like, right, but the contract is saying this is what it is. Okay? Yeah. He put out a memo to our community, and that touched me a little different because I was saying, wow.
You know, it's given, it's always everybody else's fault but my own. Okay? Now that I listen to it, I receive it a little differently. I don't like the fact shaming, but he's right. And she admitted herself. I like the snack. I like the snack. That's why I'm not losing the weight.
Exactly. And he has every right. And she came for his daughter and her personal trauma that she had no business or right speaking on. So now it's all gloves off. Because unlike him, he will swing the sword for his family.
And at what point does someone take the higher road? If she doesn't want it talked about, stop bringing it up. Like, she could have easily prefaced that interview like, I don't want to bring up any of the stuff that happened in the past. You know what I mean? Let's get more into my personal life story and my future endeavors. She could have very well had changed the narrative. But D.L. Hughley recently, he spoke on his own trauma. He posted, and shout out to his on-site, he said, let's make something very clear. The things you know about me that you judge me on in these comments is because I made them known. And he's right. He did put it out there himself. He said, I accepted accountability and responsibility. You don't stand on truth until you can stand on the worst of what you've done and accept your fault. You can't hurt me with the very truth I took accountability for, period. And so then it's the clip.
I live next door to a dude, man. He took me to the free clinic. He told me about life. And he also was raping his daughter the whole time and went to jail. So to me, he's always going to be the dude who did, everybody's do. How come when people do stuff like this, they're always above reproach, nobody ever believes them, and then it's always a lot of victims. And it's always, and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never, I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back that she told her father something and he didn't do nothing about it because it was inconvenient. So I could see how that could play.
Right.
And there's so many, everybody wandering around why women are mad and why people are like that. Look at the shit they go through. Yeah. Like when she said on Color Purple, a girl child ain't safe in the family for the men. That's fucking true. And it's just that he is man, I lived next door to a dude, man. He took me to the free clinic. He told me about life. And he also was raping his daughter the whole time and went to jail. So to me, he's always going to be the dude who did, everybody's do. How come when people do stuff like this, they're always above reproach, nobody ever believes them, and then it's always a lot of victims. And it's always and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll.
Okay, so I mean, I still say he Asian type of nigga, but you know what I mean. At least he owned it. You know what I mean, and he owned it publicly. And he didn't have to, but he did tell on himself.
And technically, he really didn't say what it was or what exactly happened. That's Monique. That is no place for Monique to comment. Sweep in front of your own porch.
It wasn't her place, but it goes back to it. She's always airing that she's always a victim. It's always someone doing something to her. You know what I mean? It's never like, oh, what could I have done better? But she makes a problem everywhere she goes, and I agree with him.
Yeah, when's the last time she's told a joke?
Exactly. Think about it. She do more cursing than joking.
When's the last time she's done some actual work?
Think about it. She done got that settlement and got comfortable.
She's too old. She's too acclaimed to be behaving like this. Like I don't even blame it fully on him because she's allowing the husband to do this.
Yep, and he's tearing her career apart. Because now nobody wants to work with her because of him.
Yeah, and we got Miss Pat. Miss Pat is coming up. I like Miss Pat better. I like her attitude. There's more Oscars to hang out.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a good mother to the said boys. Not hey, sexy 60. Monique only building resentment between her and her kids. She is. This person, Sierra says, my aunt was on drugs and a bad mother, but she's a good grandmother. Change comes from within. Exactly. But it don't look, not only was she not interested in being a mother, she ain't interested in being a grandmother, apparently, too.
That's weird because the same thing with my son too. My ex-mother-in-law, well, I still call her my mother-in-law. She was not a good mother because of drugs and DV. But my son, and she's the smallest little thing too. She's all of 4'8". She's the tiniest little thing. She used to come in because we lived in the same apartment building. We're from New York. We lived in the same apartment building. She had the emergency keys to my house. She used to come in the house in the middle of the night and take the baby and be like, "I'll bring him back." Like she loved, still does, my grandson. He's the first grandbaby, and she is like enamored with him to this day. That's why he's so spoiled now.
And you see that a lot, especially in our community. A lot of people who got unfortunately affected by the drug epidemic and stuff like that, they missed out on their children, but they're making up for it with the grandchildren. But they also had to walk that path with their children to heal. You understand? Yeah. You couldn't run from it because if you don't, it starts with the kids. And I have a feeling that Monique's son is the type, like, let's heal us first. And that, because you got to build up that trust again. You broke their trust over and over again.
You know, it's funny that you say that because my ex-husband does not have, I was helping the men when we were together, that relationship. But when we got a divorce, he married again, and his new wife has kind of the same trauma as him. Mm-hmm. He does not get along with either one of his parents. And like he would not encourage our son to like call, like our son has to go through me to speak to his mother because he don't even speak to his mother. Put it like that.
Wow.
And we're at this point. It wasn't always like this, but where we are right now, he got kiddo has to go through me to speak to his grandma.
Unhealed trauma.
It's healed trauma, and I can understand it because they both his parents got arrested when he was 14 and left him, and the police left the boys in the house by themselves.
What?
Yeah.
I swear, our justice system is like a crackerjack box. Okay,
it's ridiculous.
In certain areas, it's selective justice. Like if you poor, they just do not even care about what happens to you,
or they just don't want to do the paperwork or something. Or maybe because it's really it's complicated. But his oldest brother, just turned 17. And he was like, "How old are you?" He's like, "I turned 17 last week." He's like, "Okay, you watch your brothers," and that was that. And it left them in the house. They were in the house by themselves from then
Wow,
on.
that is crazy. That's nuts. But that's why we got to change this narrative. And unfortunately, I think it's some substance abuse there with Monique. She tries to put on this front like she's gray haired and stuff like that. That weight ain't just coming from snacking. It could be coming from some liquor too.
Yeah, and if she was a freak like that,
She was
usually
definitely.
that comes with substance abuse, because she said it herself. And even this was her brother. Now all of a sudden that's her daddy. Was she cheating with her husband with him?
And then she had to open up the marriage because she needed more D in her life. Like, girl, bye. Monique be playing games. She be gaslighting. And she gaslights to her benefit, and the reason why, you notice whenever they go live on that couch, they never answering any of the comments. They just speak into the camera because they only care about getting their side out.
Exactly, and that's the problem too. Always trying to justify yourself. I mean, get it how you live it, but don't drag other people down with you, and don't try to pretend like you like the grand dame ma of this bullshit. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
She not. And I heard on Gray Hair Divas panel last night, this one guy said it best. She didn't win that Emmy Award or Oscar for Precious for acting because that's who she really is. She wasn't playing a role. That's who she is.
You know what's funny? Excuse me, I have an icy. I remember somebody saying that too. Back like a while ago, I remember somebody saying that.
She was real comfortable.
And I just didn't pay no mind.
She was real comfortable in that role. She was real comfortable.
That's because she didn't have to act too much.
Because I think she can get really nasty. I think all of that, oh, sweet baby, I think it's all a front. And I don't even think her and daddy that peaceful.
You know what? They come. Let me tell you something. I knew it was toxic when that boy said, "I'm doing this so I can get it out without somebody cutting me off." They let me know that every time this boy had something to say to them, they shut him up. Like, boy, stop. The same way she likes to tell everybody else on the internet, "Oh, don't believe they lying eyes, but believe our lying lips."
I know it was BS, because when have you ever heard Monique talk like that?
First of all, this the thing. I wouldn't address my son with some man that don't want my son calling him daddy. Fine, then you don't want to be my son daddy, then you don't need to speak on his situation. But that's a real mama. A real mama will love and protect her child. Her child will be first. But Monique don't care. All she cares about is getting her little thing wet. Okay, and whatever that floats her boat, then that's fine for her. And that's fine if that's how a lot of these women want to live your life. But I don't do that. Okay, I feel like the kids should be loved and protected at all costs, first and foremost. And if you can't do the bare minimum of loving and protecting your kid, it don't require money to love or protect them. But it requires you to have an emotional background to know when to love your kids and to know when they're crying out for an attention from you.
All it takes is love and attention. And it doesn't even always have to be physical attention, because there was a time when my son was staying with his dad, and you just got to be there. They just got to feel your presence. So you could be on the road. You could be on the road. There's kids that go to boarding school just fine, even. There's kids that are going. Like it's you. You're the parent. You set the stage.
And it was ways that Monique, I just think Monique was more focused on.
Well, now that's where me and my husband got into it. He wanted to send my kids to boarding school. I said, no, no, no. I'm not sending my kids away from me. Okay? Nope.
No, but I just think Monique was more focused on chasing D and the money than her children. Because those kids could have been on the road with her. She didn't want them on the road with her because she wanted to do what she wanted to do. Period. She just wanted to do what she wanted to do. And although she says it out loud, that doesn't mean that it's right. Oh boy. So I'm gonna close out the show with a little Valentine highlights. You know how these hey Essence, you know how these couples be starting for the gram child for these holidays. Okay. Some of them I believe in, some of them I don't. Like one of them I believe is Judy and the Brat. I love them together.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bitch, but I am the gift.
I love Judy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I love Judy.
Yeah,
I
so
love the
cute.
Brat. This is Happy Valentine's Day. Tag your boo and comment y'all zodiac signs. So you got ASAP and Rihanna, Jay-Z and Bey, Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. I didn't even know she had a new love. Of course, we got Taylor Swift and Travis, Timothy Chalamet and Kylie. Oh, girl, you got a new man. You got another body on your back, girl. You've been going since you 15.
Yeah, they've been together for a minute though, but she's never had a break.
Like, slow down, raise your kids. Zendaya and Tom Holland. I love Zendaya. Savannah James and LeBron James. Kylie Uchis and I don't know these people. Ben Affleck and J Lo. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. She always just looks unhappy. I don't know, to me. But I love it. Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys, and these two are trying to make up for the Super Bowl. Showing pics like, that's my booty, that's my baby. Okay. Eve and her husband, he put out a very nice Happy Valentine's message to her. Happy Valentine's Day, Mrs. Cooper. This photo is from us from 14 years ago, and I can still see the love in your eyes. I love you more every day. I love this. I love this, love this, love this for Eve. Okay. She really found her happiness coming out of the hood of Philly. Garcelle from Housewives of Beverly Hills. She read this. I thought this was cute.
They look like they have fun. Eve.
Yes, they do. It
And I
just
love
goes
that
to
they
show
keep their
that
business to
opposites
themselves.
attract. Opposites
Who said
attract.
they opposites? Who said they opposites?
You never know.
Black and white.
They opposite in race.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's why you
What
have to be
you-
open. I don't believe in being closed-minded when it comes to love at this point in my life.
You ever seen white people at a party?
Yes. Oh my God. And then I have this update. The truth behind Larissa Pippen and the split from Marcus Jordan. Woo! We talked about this the
She's
other
a
day.
weirdo.
Yeah, she's just like the Kardashians. So shout
That
out
was
to
funny
Bravo.
when they. I'm sorry, Bill. Go on.
Good. Shout out to
I think
Bravo
there's a
Dark
delay.
Side. So Larissa Pippen and Marcus Jordan split after chasing or clashing over his desire to have children. You think she's older, you're younger. With insider claiming that their 16-year age gap was a major factor in the breakdown of their relationship. News that the couple had officially parted ways broke on Monday, hours after the Real Housewives of Miami star Larissa, 49, unfollowed the basketball player, 33, on Instagram and posted a cryptic message alluding to an ex-partner. The estranged couple have yet to publicly confirm their split, but the insiders have claimed their differing opinions on starting a family and failure to align their visions, and maybe the part about like Michael Jordan wasn't having it had something to do with it. But they quote, they were in love with each other, but once the honeymoon phase ended, they started to realize their priorities differed, and the insider told Daily Mail exclusive. Look, let me tell you something. That's why if you're a woman of a certain age, I get wanting to be a cute cougar and all and feeling like, oh, let me see if I still got it. But some people are meant to be just a boy toy. Period. And when you date a younger guy like that, eventually, especially if they have the desire to have children,
And they don't have children. Yes.
exactly. You know what I mean? So that's why I want to date within my age range. Period.
Well, when you date your ex husband enemy, child,
Exactly.
what you expect?
Yeah, that's weird.
It was
That's totally
weird.
weird.
It was totally weird, but I loved how Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan don't say much or whatever, but when he was asked about that relationship, he was like, no, it's a no for
Mm-mm.
me. We got Meg
He's
the
very direct
Stallion.
too when he does speak.
He is. Meg the Stallion, this was her Valentine's Day post. I love her sitting in her and get into her bag. I think women need to learn to just learn, like, especially when you come off of breakups, to just sit with yourself, feel yourself. It'll help you make healthier choices in your future choices in relationships. So I'm loving this for Megan.
Hmm
I'm
He's
loving
showing
it.
growth and a desire to grow.
I love it.
Hi, Essence.
Hey, Essence. We got Quincy, Kim Porter, Rest in Heaven, Kim Porter. This was his Valentine's Day message. Happy Valentine's Day, perfect in my eyes. Now streaming everywhere. Send this song to the first person you think of. So I think he looks very handsome, and he looks just like his dad, a younger version of his dad, a younger, better version, I should say. Oh, I know he misses his mama, but here's a close up of Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys. The man Stiller. We ain't gonna go there, but happy Valentine's Day to y'all.
I,
Okay.
you took the words out of my mouth. I was thinking the same thing. I was biting my lip.
I don't care how you
My
try to
tongue.
dress it up, okay? And I thought this morning we went over the fashion show that Beyonce showed up to support her nephew Jules, the Lure fashion show because it's New York Fashion Week. But in my opinion, there's Pam from Sisters at the end because that's Beyonce's
I
cousin.
see her. I see her. I didn't
Yeah,
even know that was her. I didn't even know that was her family.
yeah, that's her cousin. But I love Pam on the show. I love that they're giving her a bigger role and things like that. So congratulations to all of them. And then let me see. I got one more. Oh, Usher for Valentine's Day shared pictures from his wedding. As you all know, he recently got married. And I thought this was cute, adorable. And I'm glad he's found love. And I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope. And of everything, like I think Usher is a great dad. Also, we have Novi Brown, who's also from the cast of Sisters. She posted a Valentine pic with her love, which I thought was sweet. She said, "What a beautiful love story I manifested this lifetime in a world where they try to deter you from getting to know someone because they know the power when two souls unite. I am in deep gratitude that I pushed past any fears to love and be loved. Not only have I found a lover, but truly a best friend and a deserving soulmate. Thank you for exploring true love with me." I thought that was a sweet message for Valentine's Day. And they look good together. They look good together. And I love this one from Danielle Brooks. She shared, "I'm his rider. He's my roller. Happy Valentine's Day to my number one, my husband. I love you, D." I thought this was cute. I love black love, child. I love it, love it, love it. She's on a high note. So yeah, those are some of the Valentine's highlights. Um, ooh, there you go, Saint Hudson. Those are
Oh,
some of
them
my
two,
Valentine's highlights.
they look good together.
Yes, they
Those
do,
two
right?
chocolate drops.
I love me some chocolate love, child. If anybody want to know, I love me a nice chocolate man. Mm.
Well, y'all know I love me a chocolate man. Y'all see him right there.
Yes. Yeah, I covered that the other day, Sexy Sissy, the Nike line.
I hope
Oh
they're
my
cute because I
God. 10
really would
people
like
got
to
propelled at the
support.
Kansas City Chiefs parade. I was going to go, but I decided not to go. Oh my God. Thank God you didn't go. 2 people are in custody. I hope everybody is safe. Oh my God. That's horrible. On Valentine's Day?
And it's the first day of
These
Lent
people
too.
crazy.
They are nuts. They are
People
nuts.
forget it's the first day of Lent.
Oh, that too. That's why it doesn't pay to go to big crowd events anymore because you just never know what wacko is going to come out and try to ruin the event. So, like, if I do have to go to something public like that, I stay on the outskirts of things. I,
Especially with sports. These sports fans don't know how to act. People can't lose anymore.
Child, why is
Or
it
if
got to
it's
be
like
that
beef, they need to
serious?
really. I don't know why it's breaking up. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
can hear
I
you.
hear both of y'all.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, do any of y'all have any Valentine's Day plans?
Yeah, I'm going to love on my man like every other day.
I'm a love back, baby.
You hear him? He say he going to love back.
And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm
Oh,
gonna be my own Valentine and love on myself, honey.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You supposed to love yourself every day anyway.
Yes, yes. Saint Hudson, you got any plans?
yeah. I'm gonna be doing the same, loving on myself, my kids, and ducking and dodging. That's all I'm gonna be doing.
I love it. If you
I don't
don't
need to
do
be
anything
gaslit
else,
by nobody.
exactly. If you don't do anything else, love on yourself, ladies. I'm gonna go ahead and close the show because I gotta take this call for the plantation. I appreciate y'all ladies joining me.
Thank you for having me, Naughty. I'll catch you in the atmosphere. See you later, Naughty Crew.
All right, take care. Bye. Y'all all have a beautiful, blessed evening. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.